right into the daily energy. Tuning in for what is for our highest good to know for the week ahead. What is the wave looking like, and how can we best catch it? Woo! Okay, Spirit's ready to talk. Let's get into it. All right, Monday. Starting with the energy of the beginning of the week. Spirit, what is the wave looking like? How do we catch it? How can we make the most of whatever shows up this week for our highest good? I'm hearing lighten your load. I haven't seen any of the cards yet, but I am hearing lighten your load. I'm hearing less is more. It's kind of the feeling of you're carrying. Oh, what I'm hearing for some people is you're carrying other people's backpack. Like if we were all going mountaineering together, if we were all going to go climb Mount Everest, and I just decided I don't feel like carrying my weight. So like, could you carry this for me? Thanks. Because you're so strong, because you're so great. So if any of you have people just kind of casually slinging their bag over your shoulder and then going for their little climb and then looking back and going like, hey, where are you? Come on, gosh, why are you moving so slow? Just what I'm hearing. Okay, just a couple more. Spirit. Just a couple more. What is this cycle looking like? Spirit is reminding me that we are in a waxing moon cycle. The moon is refilling with light. So beginnings of projects or things taking root, right? I haven't seen any of the cards yet. That's just what they're saying. Hey, wow. Okay, y'all know I have shuffled these cards infinite times, but we have in order 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands. Fight for what you believe in, simply. And also fight for those of you who want to do something and be recognized for it, whether in your job or creatively or whatever. Stand out. 6 of Wands. Hail the conquering hero or heroine holding the golden fleece that they've been searching for. Yes, there's competition. There may be other people who want to do the thing that you are doing or people who are against the thing that you are doing. But if you really believe in yourself, if you are willing to be seen, that is something else. For some of you, you may need to reckon with how willing you are to be seen. And I'm hearing, we'll see how the rest of these cards go, but I'm hearing kind of like unshame yourself about being seen for who you are, plainly. And that's attached to the 7 of Wands also, because who you are is attached to what you fight for, what you pour your passion, your time, your fire into, right? What lights you up. Fight for what lights you up. Let me say it like that. A great card for Monday, a nice passionate start to the week. Again, I do get the sense that if you have to defend yourself or defend your idea, you have what it takes, but you need to believe in yourself. There's an element of like, hey, develop your confidence. Woo! Okay. Let's pick up and see how the rest of this wave is looking, and then we're going to get into it. Ooh, okay. I feel like there is some clarity coming through even some of the struggle of this week. So, Tuesday. Whew, potent combination. The 3 of Swords and the World. Sometimes separation is to our benefit. That's the first thing that Spirit is saying for some of us. You may separate yourself from something or someone, and it's not easy. And it is heartbreaking. The 3 of Swords has an element of betrayal, kind of implied. Whether it's true, whether somebody deliberately hurt me on purpose or went against their word on purpose, or whether I feel betrayed by something that they did or said. You know what I mean? Whatever the case, the result is I feel betrayed. And I feel that I feel separate from this thing. For some of you, I'm feeling there's a disappointment, like at work, where something about like, oh, They said they were going to do this with our health care or with our bonuses or with our something, and that doesn't happen. And Spirit is like, this is as much as it may not look like it, all evidence to the contrary, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to graduate, to get a sense of completion, to be like, oh, I might actually be really done and ready to step away. And for some of you, it feels like this is, okay, this is very specific. This is not for everybody, but Spirit is clever because they'll give me metaphors that are true for somebody, and for others of us, it's like this metaphor is true, okay? This will be useful to you. For some people, it is something like, I'm really disappointed in myself because I've received like a diagnosis of something preventable. And Spirit is like, again, we want you to see this as this is an opportunity to graduate, to learn. The world is a very positive card. Completion and the new beginning in one, and a sense of level up, or a sense of I've got a grip on something I didn't have before. So if there is a disappointment or a cut off, whether someone else or whether done by you, I feel that there's genuinely what I'm hearing. Doesn't make it easier, but Spirit is saying it's worthwhile, and that's what they are saying. So Tuesday, care for yourself, be kind to yourself, and be on the lookout. Tuesday's a great day to practice having a more zoomed out, like a higher perspective, a sense of like, what are the dots that I could connect? What are these different data points? Spirit is showing me like a kid's connect the dots. It's literally like, oh, and at the end you have a picture. So Spirit is like, you've got some good data to actually be able to get a full picture of something on Tuesday. Don't resist that opportunity. I'll just say that. Now, beautifully, the following day, this energy lets up really nicely. We go from 1-3 to another. We have 3 of Pentacles and 6 of Cups. So Wednesday, I feel community. First thing, straight up, 3 of Pentacles is about really beneficial, productive collaboration. 6 of Cups is old friends, siblings, soulmates. The things that the people related to the 6 of Cups will have in common is that they make us feel like ourselves. We feel like a kid again. We feel playful, we feel innocent, we feel full of life. It's the opposite of stodgy. What's the opposite of stodgy? Like, I guess playful, right? I guess loose. 6 of Cups also implies nostalgia, and that's what I'm kind of feeling is, for some of you, there may be a benefit to looking back at what used to make me happy or what I used to do with my time. Maybe some of you even do for money or are attempting to do for money. It's like, oh, I used to love to write or draw or paint or sing or whatever as a child. And now I'm like working my skills. Are you working in a group? Because I feel that some of you are, and I feel that for others of you, it would be beneficial. Different perspectives. Spirit is showing me a band. That's not going to be true for everybody, but that's one way that they're showing it to me is like, I do this, you do that, you do that. Let's all get together. Or maybe you're reflecting on a time that you did that. And Spirit is saying, that is a message. That's telling you something. What is it telling you? Is it telling you, I want to start a band again? Or is it telling you, I just miss playing music, as a metaphor, okay? I feel there's really beneficial building. And like night camaraderie is the word that Spirit is using on Wednesday. So if some of you are perhaps getting together with friends to work on something, or even, some people are in the habit of having folks that are maybe working on something parallel to them, like I'm doing this thing. It has nothing to do with your thing, right? I have a YouTube channel, right? And then let us say I have a friend who is working on a podcast, and let's say I have another friend who's working on their physical health or something. And we all get together monthly and talk about like, how's it going and what's been the month's progress, because we want to help keep each other accountable because we all have something that we're trying to get to. That's another way that Spirit is showing it to me, which is a really nice, supportive, productive energy. Yeah, I really like that. Well, excuse you. Early morning traffic as I record this for you before I start my shift. Okay, so Thursday, interesting combination here. Page of Cups, Nine of Wands, a message from, a message from God. A little birdie told me, is what Spirit is saying. A little birdie told me that you need to hear, don't give up. That you need to hear, you're on your way, you're closer than you think. You might be in quite a tumultuous moment, and I want to encourage you not to give up. Maybe this is going to be your message when you come back and listen to this on on Thursday, and remind yourself of what the message is. Hey, don't give up. Stay vigilant. Spirit is saying, this is a time when you don't want to take your eyes off the road. This is a time where you could be, it's like Spirit is saying, like, you could miss your turn because you're tired. Do you hear me? Like, have you ever been on a really long trip and you've been driving for hours and hours and hours, and maybe even the scenery, that's what they're showing me, looks really similar for a lot of the way. And so there can be like a hypnotic effect to that, like a losing focus effect to that. And Spirit's like, don't go on autopilot. Don't go on autopilot. Really cool things can happen. And actually, I feel right around that Thursday, Friday corridor is another completion moment, or another, like, put a cap on it, put a lid on it moment, kind of like the World card. Keep your eyes on the road, stay alert, stay conscious is something that I'm hearing. And that's, a Page of Cups message, a message that feels like, oh, the universe is speaking directly to me through this song, or this reading, or this quote that a friend sent me out of the blue, but the Spirit moved them to send me that quote. Spirit, God, the universe is in everything. And so when we're in need of a message, and we're even thinking like, God, am I even on the right path? Am I even doing this right? Having the audacity, the humility at the same time to ask, you will get an answer. But so ask now. It's the beginning of the week, right? If you need a little answer, if you need a little guidance or support, ask for it and see if you don't get something, especially again in that kind of Thursday, Friday corridor. So stay vigilant, take it over the edge, take it to the finish line, because Friday we have 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands, 4 of Swords. This looks to me, especially coming off of the Page of Cups and the 9 of Wands, this looks like completion of, like, oh my God, I did it. Oh, I finally finished it. That's kind of what it feels like to me. I finally finished it, and now I can take a break. So you might be pretty well saddled. We had 6 of Wands, we had 7 of Wands, we have 9 of Wands. It's a hot week, right? We're not done yet. We have the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands. We haven't even talked about it. Okay, but so I feel like Friday, you finally get a bit of a break. And I mean, that's a gimme, right? For a lot of us, that's the weekend. Not for all of us, not for me, but for a lot of us, it's like, okay, and now I can actually, like, put the brakes on, and the next couple days I can take off. So I feel like you are carrying something over the finish line. 9 of Wands into 10 of Wands. Don't give up. Keep going. You've got this. And do a post-mortem. Do a, how was that? What worked? What didn't work? We're probably arriving by the end of the week near that first quarter moon, right? That's what Spirit is saying to me. I haven't checked a calendar. But that is a time when it's like, okay, how has this been going so far? Let me take stock and then continue. And that's something that they're saying. So did I overdo it? Is there a way I could have done less, or can do less going forward? Let me put my thoughts together. Something else that Spirit is showing me, and this is some great practical magic, okay? For some of you, it would be a really good practice on Friday to set aside some time at the end of your day, right? To reorganize, declutter specifically your work or creative or just living space. It's like there's too much going on. I need space. And I say practical magic because you can have the intention, you can set the intention that as I clean off and declutter my creative space, I create room and space for flow, for inspiration, for rest, right? So clean and declutter and take care of your environment with that magical intention, right? This is the most practical of magics. It's very straightforward. You don't even have to believe that anything is happening energetically, because you're literally clearing something off of your plate and off of your to-do list and making it easier to see what you're working with. That's what Spirit is showing me. So again, this is all fractal. This is all metaphorical. Yes, I'm able to find tools and remember resources that I didn't even remember that I had anymore because I can see them. Also, that's happening in here, in here, in here. Okay? Okay. So if you overdid it, take the time. Take the time to sort yourself out and make life easier for you going forward, okay? Take a breather for sure on Friday after taking something over the finish line. So interestingly, kind of a similar energy. We had the Ten of Wands and the Four of Swords, and then on Saturday we have the Knight of Wands and the High Priestess. Again, this sense of like a burst of energy, the pursuit of something that you are really passionate about, the willingness to travel for it, to make change, to boldly go, is what Spirit is saying, to boldly go. So for some of you, this will be someone in your life, someone, Spirit is saying, who is passing through, a passionate friend or maybe lover or maybe former lover that like pops up on your phone and then is gone again. That's kind of what I'm hearing. So, you know, maybe somebody like, oh, I'm in town and then I'm gone again. But hey, like we could have some fun while I'm in town. That's kind of what I'm hearing. So I know it's very specific. That's not for everybody, but that's for some people that are listening to this. So, and for some of you, you are the Knight. We have again a person in pursuit of the golden fleece. And to do that, the Knight may have to visit the underworld, where the High Priestess is, the realm of intuition, the realm of gut instinct, right? The body brain. That's kind of how I think of it, is this is like the intellect brain, the like processing brain, and this is the body brain. Like, should I be scared? Should I go for this or not? That kind of thing, right? So I feel there's a lot of action and energy on Saturday, and you should take the time to process a lot like this. There's a lot of action and energy. You're probably taking something over the line, and take time to sink in to your intuition. Take time to pray. Take time to meditate. Spirit is even saying take time to like make art. Not everybody wants to meditate or pray or pull cards or like talk to spirit or whatever, but maybe you want to sit down with some paints or pencils or whatever and start just creating shit. And Spirit is saying, it's like for some of you, that's how you understand, oh, this is what I'm feeling right now. And that's how you can express it and move that energy around without ever speaking to anybody, right? Without ever having a conversation with anyone else. Four of Swords, High Priestess. Within, I can find a space of calm, peace, intuitive spaciousness for new things to move in. So create that space. I see you taking a whole lot of action. It's like there's almost not, there's pretty much not a day without action being taken, passionate action being taken. A lot of thought also going into this week. I feel some of you also are going to get like a creative, you know, a bolt from the blue. Like a creative download is something Spirit is saying about that Knight of Wands and that High Priestess. So when you get the download, act on it. That's how you get more downloads. That's how you enhance your intuition, by practicing actually listening to it, responding to it, seeing what happens, right? Keep creating a positive feedback loop. Oh, I had this idea that I should do this, and then I did it, and it was awesome. So next time I get a little hit that I should do this, I'm probably going to be more likely to do it, and then hopefully the outcome will be awesome, and so on, and so on, and so on, right? Okay. And just to say, for those of you who are practicing your intuition or trying to develop it, you follow what you think is your intuition, let's say, and the outcome is wrong. Well, the data is, the reflection is, so that wasn't my intuition. That was my cognitive brain. Like, I think this, or I want this, my desire got in the way, or my fear got in the way. Don't do it, it's not going to work, or it's not going to happen, or you have to do it, because if not, then or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you start to get more nuance and you start to get more practice with like, oh, that's not that voice. I don't get my heart all aflutter when my intuition speaks. When my intuition speaks, I feel very much rested and regulated and at peace, whether it's a good answer or a bad answer or whatever. I don't feel overly anything. I feel like, oh, okay. Okay, so it's not going to work out. Or, oh, okay, so that is going to work out. Okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Finally, for Sunday, let's continue with this energy of fire and then clarity. Page of Wands, Ace of Swords, Spirit is saying really loud and clear, what do you need to say? What truth do you need to tell? What message do you need to send? Spirit is saying, clear the air, get it started. They're showing me like somebody pulling an old-fashioned, vroom, vroom, like a lawnmower or, you know, anything, a chainsaw, I guess, like anything that you have to like pull on like a ripcord, essentially. Spirit's like, pull the ripcord on Sunday. Say it. Make yourself really clear. Follow your passion. Don't hesitate. That's what I hear. Okay? Okay. Now, let's get into the weekly elemental forecast. Let's see what Spirit wants to say for all of the signs. Okay. This week, let's start with the fire signs. We are going to start with the spark. We are going to start with Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Spirit, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Dominant. What do fire folks need to know, do, practice this week for their highest good? We want to know the main theme, and we want to know how that interacts with their health, their wealth, their mind, their heart, and their spark. Aries, Leo, and Sag. Aries, Leo, and Sag for their highest good. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Dominant fire people. One more for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Spirit, what do they need to know for their highest good? Okay, so gorgeous card. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, my fire people. Temperance says, take it easy. Everything in moderation, right? So have fun, work and play, right? Have a great fun night staying up late, and then the next day make sure that you have like a nap scheduled or whatever, but not extremes, okay? Like no all-nighters. And I know you fire signs, listen, no all-nighters, no, I could go for another hour because I have it burning inside of me, right? Take it really easy. This is really nice energy. I also feel like when it comes to substances, when it comes to food, when it comes to anything that you're kind of ingesting, well, look out for balance with that too. You know what I mean? Like have dessert, just have also some delicious greens in the same meal. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay. It's like you can certainly enjoy all elements and just be aware of like, do I have them in balance? You know? So kind of going along with that message, as so often happens, when it comes to your money, your physical health, finances, projects, etc., the pentacles of your life, Spirit is saying, pause, step back and reflect. Maybe you, what I'm seeing is moving things around. Like, oh, when I step back from the mosaic, I see that this piece goes here, here, here. That's what Spirit is kind of showing me with this. So how has it been going? What's working and what's not? Where do I want to continue to put my money, my time, my energy? My approach is something Spirit is saying, like, do I want to adjust my approach to this project or to creating more money, using my resources in the smartest, most kind of profitable way. And Temperance and the Seven of Pentacles have in common like this sense of like adjustment, like small, gentle adjustment. Okay, take one away or add one, that kind of thing. Don't do too much. You don't need to. Beautiful. Another card that really rhymes with Temperance, Six of Swords. I'm hearing a sigh of relief. Like that's literally what they're having me do, is like a sigh of relief. So maybe the previous week was difficult or tumultuous in some way, and Spirit is asking you to like, yeah, dial it down, dial it back, ease up. Six of Swords is coming off of a difficult situation, making like a journey, right? I don't know why I pronounced it like that. Making a journey. So whether you are going somewhere in life, like, oh, I have to travel because somebody is graduating, or if somebody's getting married, or a funeral, or something like that, or it's a geographical, mental relocation. Okay, that's over. Now, what? And how can I gain clarity? How can I learn, right, from where I've been and what I've been doing, and how can I use the data points from what I've learned to get to clearer, better days, which is what the Six of Swords implies. So I love to see that for you. And that really rhymes with Two of Wands. What do I want to do? Where do I want to go? Do I have what it takes? Can I make it happen? Spirit is saying that's the truth is up to you, right? Nobody can give you a guarantee. Nobody can give you a guarantee if it's better out there than it is in here or whatever. The question is your heart, is your soul calling you over there? And are you willing, you know, risk reward is the phrase that Spirit is using. Are you willing, is the reward worth the risk? Is the reward worth the risk? This is the question. And I think that getting out of your comfort zone is a little bit implied, but I want to make something really clear. When I say getting out of your comfort zone, I mean moving in a new direction. I don't mean making yourself wildly uncomfortable, because this actually says keep your nervous system nice and regulated. Spirit is saying something really funny that I really love. They're saying like microdose your risk, microdose your investment or whatever, like a little at a time. You don't have to go nuts, okay? And finally, in the emotional realm, beautiful card, Ace of Cups, rush of emotion. I'm hearing a rush of attention, loving attention. So some of you are going to be on the receiving end of, it's like I'm hearing, I'm giving you my heart, I'm giving you my appreciation, you mean so much to me. These are the kinds of words that I'm hearing. So Temperance has two cups in her hand. She's moving things around. So don't be surprised that as you move things around in and for yourself, that from the outside something comes in to fill that space. A blessing comes in to bless that space that you've created. That's what Spirit is saying. That's really gorgeous, fire signs. I hope that that is helpful. Now we're going to talk to the water signs. Going to talk to Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces people. Spirit, what do the water signs need to know this week for their highest good? Okay. And when it comes to money, projects, opportunities, health, resources, woo, what do the water signs need to know, Spirit? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, interesting. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, Spirit. What about their mind? The mental climate. What do they need to know for their highest good? In the emotional realm of relationships, these cards are just flicking. I don't want to see. Okay. Water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces when it comes to the realm of the cups. Okay, that's what they want. You got it. And what about their fire, their light spirit? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful energy for you to focus on, that the wheel is turning, that progress is being made, that seasons are changing, and Spirit is saying that even good times come with up and downs, right? Nobody likes change but a wet baby. Even good change can be really kind of unsettling, okay? So if you're riding the wheel, if life is giving you a little bit of ups and downs, and they're giving me that kind of feeling, and this makes sense for water signs, right? Like very emotional based folks, right? As a water dominant person myself. Oh, one day I'm feeling I'm on top of the world, everything's going great, and then the next day I'm questioning, like, was this the wrong thing completely? Am I dumb? Like, is this not going to work out? Oh my God, actually, it's going to be okay. Do you know what I'm talking about? So you might be riding the emotional wheel, the emotional wave. In fact, let's just bring in your emotional card. You are certainly riding emotional waves this week. So I'm going to ask you to be patient with yourself, to breathe deep, to do something really important for water people in general, and for anybody who is very up in their emotions or even their head, right? Is to ground yourself. Literally go put your feet on the grass, literally go put your hands in clay, or make a meal, or clean your house, or you sit on the ground and stretch. You know what I'm saying? Pentacles, body, get back in touch with this realm, okay? That can help clear some space for you, because this is great, positive change. Ten of Pentacles, holy crap. This is the kind of money that I'm looking for. This is the kind of support that I'm looking for. These are the wonderful containers, supportive community, family, right? Chosen or biological, that I've longed for and dreamed of. So Spirit is using the phrase support system very clearly, because for some of you, it's not literal family. It's my support system. It's my friends. It's my extended family. It's whatever. You are abundant as hell. And Wheel of Fortune is the big 10, letter X, you can see up there. Big 10 related to all the little 10s. Completion, joy, success, the top of the wheel, right? And when we're riding anywhere near the top of the wheel, fears, insecurities can jump out and try to pull us back down to where our ego is comfortable. And this is something that I'm hearing, water signs. So some of you might have some work to do around, am I ready for the kind of success and resources that I want? Or are there certain mental blockages, gates? Are there insecurities and fears that I need to address? Not before, in tandem. You can do both, right? Spirit is saying you can do both. Up and down, up and down. Addressing it, there's no better time than when things are happening to be like, okay, how am I feeling about things that are happening? Am I integrating that shit? Or am I just kind of like, well, I don't know what's happening. I'm just along for the ride. I'm just feeling what I feel. That will leave you confused, distracted, potentially, right? Some of you could make a whole lot of amazing progress. Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, holy shit. And some of you might hold back. Maybe I'm not ready yet. Maybe next week. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe when I lose 10 pounds. Maybe when I get a degree. Maybe when I... Distraction. Five of Wands. Playing with your energy. Not necessarily the most focused. Like playing around. You know? There's fucking around and there's fucking around and finding out. It's fine to spend your time fucking around. Play around. Do what you want. And make sure that you're discovering something in your play. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm going to say this too. I'd prefer that you do this than do that. I'd prefer you at least play with your ideas than like, I can't touch the beautiful new paint set and sketchbook because they're so perfect that I don't want to make a mark in them. Mark those shits up. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay. We got to keep going because I got to go to work. All right. I hope that that is helpful, water signs. It looks like a potentially gorgeous week. I'm hearing lean in. Lean into what you are good at. Take care of yourself as you go, and you are going to be shocked by what you can receive, what you can, stand to receive, what you can stand to have change about you all of a sudden. Oh my God, I'm rich. Oh my God, I'm in love, whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay. I said we had to go. All right. Now we're going to move on to the air signs. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, rising, and dominant people. Spirit, what is the overall theme? What does it benefit the air signs most to know, do, or be aware of? Okay, give me a little bit more. Why? What does bringing awareness to that do? Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Now let's look at money, wealth, projects, resources, jobs, adjustments, 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 okay? What about the mental realm of the air signs? How are their thoughts? They thinking, saying, hearing? What's it like in their head? Okay? And now their heart. Emotionally, relationally, what's going on? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius people. Good. And finally, their fire spirit. Oh, look at the fire. What's lighting up the air signs? You are being pushed out of a nest, and you do not like it. You do not like being pushed, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's new horizons, it's new things, and that is something you've been craving. So first card up was the Tower, and you heard me, air signs. What does it benefit the air signs to be most aware of, or put their focus on, or whatever this week, right? The Tower. Something that cannot be held up by you, no matter how badly you want to control the outcome, right? The Tower falls apart of its own accord. For a lot of people, this is just literal, hey, the government's doing this now, and now this is gone, and now this is done, and now that's over, and that kind of thing, and being affected by that kind of thing. And so first, I just want to affirm the fear, the terror, the free fall that comes from towers falling, things that we felt that we could rely on suddenly falling apart. Now, at the same time, the clarifying card, I asked, like, why? Why the Tower? What comes of that? The world, graduation, understanding, achievement, a zoomed out, higher perspective. Oh, fuck. Actually, that was never going to work out, even if I could have done everything. And this is what I'm hearing, okay? I could have done everything in the whole world to try to make that last or work or not fall apart. And I'm discovering that that's not under my control. And that can be for some people terrifying, but you have the opportunity to let it be freeing, okay? I couldn't control it. Now what? What have I learned? What have I gained from this? Now that I have escaped this tower, even if I didn't want to, even if I'm, Rapunzel and I wanted to pull my hair right back up in and never get out of that bitch. You are out. For better or for worse, you are out, you are free, and now what? Where do you want to go next? Something has completed and you're already, Spirit is like, you're already out in the wilderness. So if you're like, I don't know, what should I do it, should I not? Which is kind of the feeling that I'm getting. Indecision, being stuck in your head, which, air sign things, right? Like, I need to know the facts. I need to know the outcomes. I need to be able to plot and predict the trajectory or the data points and see exactly where I'm going, right? But this is not a decision that is to be made entirely in your head. That's just what I'm hearing. Notice how her back is to the water. She is not taking her feelings into account. She is not taking her intuition into account. She doesn't want to make the wrong decision, so she's crossing her swords and like, oh, this way or that way. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Like, I don't want to make the wrong decision, so I will just sit here. Spirit's like, hey, Seven of Pentacles is also a card of choices, decision making, pausing to make an adjustment before you proceed. So, Seven of Pentacles, you don't put 7 legs on a table. You take one away or you add one, but this current state is not what's working, clearly, right? So something is going to fall off or disappear or dissolve, and you are being asked to act on that, to move with it rather than resist it. And that's what I'm hearing. Move with it rather than resist it. Whenever a tower gets knocked down, as awful as it is, and it can be awful, right? It can be. And it's, no matter what it is, it's shocking. It's disruptive. Even if we're grateful for it in a day or a year or whatever, at the time, it shakes us to our core. Spirit is saying, we are shaking you out of a sleep. We are shaking you out of a comfort zone. We're shaking you out of a stagnancy. And we're bringing you into something that you want. So 3 of Wands, what I like to say sometimes is like 3 of Wands is like you're climbing Mount Everest and you're at base camp 3. That's fucking amazing. You may feel like I'm trying to get to the very tippy top, but most people never even go to the base, let alone get to base camp 3. So you actually need to reframe all of this, like, I don't know what to do, all these changes. You've actually made amazing changes already. You're already well on your way. So start looking outward. That's what I'm hearing. New horizons. Start looking forward. Start imagining. Start going, what now? Where else? You know, I'm hearing again something they said during the weekly forecast is like, go boldly. They're showing me the Knight of Wands again. You have something you're excited about. Go for it. The not knowing what's going to happen is not the worst thing, is something Spirit is saying. And actually knowing every single thing that is going to happen could actually be more of a worst thing. So embrace the not knowing, embrace the discovery part of this, okay? And don't try to rush to the end. Spirit's saying it's like flipping to the last page of a really good book and reading like, oh, well, I don't want to do all that in the middle, so let me just get to the part where, oh, okay, and then they lived happily ever, or oh, whatever, like whatever the ending of the book is. Don't do that. Then you won't enjoy the story as much. You got to let it unfold. That's what I'm hearing. You got to let it unfold. 6 of Cups. Make sure that this week, I think that they will make their way to you anyway, but if they don't, find your way to the people that you love, that care about you, that make you feel relaxed, that make you feel playful. Spirit is saying that remind you who you are. If those people don't get in contact with you, get in contact with them and treat your inner child, treat the part of you that is scared or unsure or, you know, doesn't know which way to go yet. Please treat yourself like this. Inner adult, inner child. Hey, you know what? Makes a lot of sense that you're scared of making the wrong decision. I totally understand that. Now, let's sit down together and let's talk about this decision. Let's talk about what's making you scared or what's making you excited or etc. And it literally dialoguing, you and your inner child. Do you want to take this a step further? Use your dominant hand, get a pencil and a piece of paper, whatever, writing implement of choice, and write to little you with your dominant hand, and then write back to yourself with your non-dominant hand. Hey, how do you feel about doing that event on Friday? I'm scared, or I'm excited, or etc., right? And just see what comes up and allow it to play with this process and see what moves or doesn't move. And if you're a skeptic, that's fine. A true skeptic, a true scientist will try something and see if it works or not. So just saying, may appeal to the air sign in you. Okay, now let's throw our cards. Let's finally move to my patient earth signs after a hit of caffeine. All right. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn people. Earth, Sun, rising and dominant people. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Spirit. What is the overarching theme of this week for Earth signs? What do they need to know for their highest good? You know the Earth signs want to know about their money, their job, efforts, opportunities. I love that. Okay, and Spirit, what about the mind? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn people. What is the mental climate like? What do you want them to know about their mind this week for their highest good? Okay. And what about their heart? Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn when it comes to feelings, relationships. Makes sense to me. And finally, Spirit, their fire. What's firing the earth signs up? Your passion is awakened and it's inconvenient. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. It may not feel as inconvenient for everybody, but there's a sect of earth sign people for whom feeling passionate, feeling excited, feeling moved by their soul or called by God is like, this is inconvenient as fuck. Can I not just make some money? Okay, let's talk about it. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the Hermit. This is a very powerful card in general, and it's extra powerful for you because it's an earth sign card. It is associated with the sign of Virgo, right? The pursuit of our divine mission, sometimes to the exclusion of whatever the outside world wants or thinks of us or understands, wants from us, or etc., right? I need to do this. This is my mission. Instead of a lantern, this version of the Hermit has her light on her pendant, right? Her pentagram pendant. She is following her own star, following her own vision. It rhymes a lot with your emotional card of I'm on a journey. And in many ways, you know, the Hermit can describe a journey that no one else can accompany us on. Even if there are people around, people who love us, etc., we are on an inward journey that is only ours. And if we try to take comfort from old stagnant cups or habits or relationships, it'll only push us further on our own. That's what I hear is like, Spirit is using something very poignant, which is, have any of you ever been in a relationship where you felt more alone when you were next to that person than you did when you were by yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like there's a difference between alone and lonely. And if being around this person or doing this habit or whatever makes you feel lonelier, Spirit is saying, we are only turning you toward your own gifts, toward your own genius. Okay? So if certain things suddenly seem to lose their spark or their glimmer or their attraction, and you feel like, what's happening? Spirit is like, embrace that, accept it. You are on a journey, okay? And I know that it's hard. Three of Swords, separation is what I hear. And I mean, combine it with the Eight of Cups. Sometimes this can literally look like leaving a relationship behind or a job behind. Or, you know, of course, when I say relationship, that can be romantic. That can also be like a friendship. It can be a familial relationship. Like, you are never going to change is one of the things that I'm hearing. And that's not for everybody, okay? That's for the people who that makes them like get goosebumps. It's like, then you know that that is for you. Being with you just makes me feel worse. Doing this habit over and over just makes me feel worse, just makes me feel more alone, more cut off, more disappointed, right? So all of that is counseling you to take action, to believe yourself and to act accordingly is something that I am hearing. So Ace of Wands, sparks of life. Spirit is saying signs of life, inspiration. A sense of, Spirit is using the word urgency. I need to go. They snuck a wand into a cups card. I need to go. A sense of urgency. There's something out there for me. Do you believe it? You should. There is. It's out there or it's in there, but either way, there's a journey to take. There are adjustments to make, gently. You do not have to go hard. You do not have to go hard, but you do need to use your inner light, your inner vision. You do need to work with it. If you're trying to up your funds, if you're trying to change your life, if you're trying to move locations, and these are all the things that I'm hearing. If you are trying to do something that is just yours, then it's time to be brave and make the adjustments that you are being moved to. And some of you may even have, an air moon or air placements, because I'm feeling like that they're bringing up that Tower and World card and laying it over this for me, basically, and saying it can be scary to get shaken out of where you've been or what felt like a top, but it wasn't the top. There's more for you. So I hear accept it, move with it, and take it not as a rejection or like I've done something wrong. No, you've grown up. It's like outgrowing your clothes and being like, oh, you're too big for these now. You're amazing. You've grown up so much and now this won't fit. So now we need to go get something that fits. You feel me? Okay. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I hope this serves you well. If you ever want to get a personal reading, or you want to join my Patreon and help me get out of my day job so I can do this and not just jump into my shift right now, all the ways to do that are in the description. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.